The officers of road safety cell shall implement and enforce all road safety drives, frisking and checking. They shall make endeavor to ensure that citizens adhere to road safety rules and traffic rules. The officers and personnel of road safety cells shall also create awareness about common laws, rules like Motor Vehicle Driving Regulation 2017. We will be distributing it in a short while. Imbibing good driving, riding and road etiquette among the masses. Road safety cell shall be responsible to conduct training programs and refresher course on training and road safety rules, laws within the unit for traffic personnel and other personnel of the unit. This is the functions and duties of road safety cell in a nutshell. Well, in conclusion, I would like to say this. Kohima is a very beautiful place. And Kohima is a beautiful place not just because it's a capital city of Nagaland, but because of the developmental activities taking place. But I want to urge you all, let us make Kohima a beautiful place, not because of it, but because of the people living in it. Have a blessed day, and thank you so much.
Kevithuto Sophie. Good Samaritan Award come the road safety cell.
I feel very privileged to launch this Good Samaritan Award as well as the road safety cell this morning. It has been a long felt idea, but then which has never materialized. But I would say that when some officers came up with this idea, it also really touched me, like looking back into the number of years I've put in service. I've completed 28 years of service, and when we look back, we see that there are many unsung heroes which were never noticed or which were never highlighted in solving day-to-day social crimes, social problems, but which were never, we see it, but then we don't acknowledge. We see it, but we don't notice it. So it's just a humble beginning, but launching of this Good Samaritan Award, and as well as the road safety cell, we have discussed among the officers, and we felt that we'll do a little bit also for the improvement of Kohima as a whole, to make it a better and a safer place for its citizens to live in. You see, many, I can say that police officers and men or women, we are not magicians, or we are not a group that sees visions to solve problems. We underwent the basic police training, like the rules, the regulations, which we call the IPCs, the CRPCs, like the CRPCs are the procedures, how to go about in investigation of crime, and then the IPC are the penal sections, like when someone is found guilty, under which sections they have to be charged sheeted and all. So besides that, we are just normal people like you all. It is just that we don the khaki and we are called police officers and police personnel. But whenever a crime takes place, a crime or an incident or an accident takes place, we are supposed to be the first responders. But as you all know, that when any crime or incident or accident takes place, it is not always that the police personnel are nearby, but it is those people who are in the vicinity. Those people happens to witness or are the first people who get the information, and then later on those informations are passed on, and sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes a lot of time, like to come to our knowledge. So we, in most of the time, doesn't become the first responders. Like the case of an accident, by the time we reach, sometimes all those, either if there are any fatalities, the dead body will be there. But those injured persons, those are already taken to the hospitals by some passerby, other vehicle passengers, or those people living in the vicinity. They somewhat arrange some vehicles, some transportation, and then ship them to the nearest medical facilities. But there are times when we can say that those people who has gone the extra mile, they take all the trouble of not only shifting the injured persons to the hospitals, medical facilities, but there are certain people like where they go to the extent of even shouldering the initial bills of the patients. So in such a way, things have been happening, and it will be happening again even in the future. But as you said, like maybe in some other cities or other states of India, maybe they are doing this. But we also came up with this concept that in our own humble way, we would like to acknowledge those people who are involved in such acts, in going the extra mile to take the trouble to attend to the injured and shift them to the medical facilities whenever an accident takes place. Likewise, I would like to, this morning, I would like to acknowledge the services tendered by our Tsiesema Basa youths on that fateful day when a Tuensang night super met an accident in the jurisdiction of the Tsiesema area, where you have taken lots of trouble, and we can say by your act, many people who might have succumbed to injuries also were saved. And likewise, you have taken the trouble of shifting all the injured people. Some are, you see, when we say injured, it is not just the physical appearance where you see the wounds and the bleedings, but there might not be any wound or any bleeding, but then the traumatic affair which the people have gone through. So those in trauma also, when they see people like attending to them immediately, showing affection, care, so in the process, that way also you are helping them a lot. So I would really like to show my appreciation to the Tsiesema Basa youth for their act, and I would also like to acknowledge our own very Jawan, UBC Isolong Hao, for his presence of mind, and even though he was on duty, he had the initiative of remembering that he's a trained police personnel and taking the immediate action of a boy who was knocked down by a vehicle and rushing into the Oking hospital where he was attended and his life was saved. So likewise, even in the future also, we would like to acknowledge such acts. Likewise, I would request our media fraternity also, many a times you get any information even before the police. So likewise, when you get any information, you rush to the area where even they say angels fear to tread. So I would request our media fraternity also, whenever you get such information, if you think that it's life-threatening or something like which will be of social importance, even if it doesn't come to our knowledge, I would like to request you all just to give us information also. So as you rush along, it will enable us to rush along also to give timely attention to any crime or incident or accidents. So once again, I thank each and every one of you for being here this morning, for acknowledging our invitation. It is not that we wanted to trumpet around or to show off with launching of such awards, but I really thank you all. As I said, it's a humble beginning where we would like to acknowledge those unsung heroes or unnoticed heroes. I would say thank you once again to the Tsiesema Youth Organization, as well as my own very Jawan, Isilong Hao. And regarding the road safety cell, like our additional SP traffic has somewhat highlighted. So with the launching of this, a team of officers will make programs with the different colonies, wards and all. Then we'll be making visits to different wards. We'll start first with the town area, where we will go and carry out awareness programs regarding road safety and other related issues. So as we see, like with the cutting of the National Highway 29 and then the under construction 4-lane highway, now every other day we see some fatal accidents. So in this matter, we were very soon will be calling the Nagaland Taxi Drivers Association also, and even the bus drivers in general. We would like to tell, we would like to address it to them also, like to address to the drivers, like to limit the speeds. Most of the time, I think nowadays the mechanism of the motor vehicles are such that the braking system is very good. But most of the time, I think 99.9% accidents are caused by rash and negligent driving. So it's not only from our side, but we would like to address it to their own associations, unions also, to brief their drivers. So likewise, when we visit the colonies or the villages, we will be requesting even the ward colony authorities or village authorities, like to address this problem of driving in a certain speed limit in the colonies or in the village areas also, and to timely address these problems to the drivers, and using overspeeding and use of alcoholic or narcotic drugs while driving. So we will try to give our best in our humble ways, and that way we expect even the society to help us to render help in our endeavors. So once again, I thank you all very much for being with us this morning, and I hope with this humble beginning, it will go a long way in appreciating the heroic deeds of the unsung heroes in our society. Thank you.
With your kind words, sir. If you go to the MORTH, that is the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways definition of a Good Samaritan, a Good Samaritan is a person who in good faith, without expectations of payment or reward, and without any duty of care or special relationships, voluntarily comes forward to administer immediate assistance or emergency care to a person injured in an accident or crash or emergency medical condition or emergency situation. The actions exhibited by our two recipients this year exemplifies this definition, and the Office of the Senior SP Kohima is very honored and happy to present the Good Samaritan Award to the recipients today. I take this opportunity to request our Senior SP Sir to do the honors again of presenting the Good Samaritan Award to the recipients. I also request our worthy awardees this year, recipients of the SP Kohima Good Samaritan Award, Tsiese Basa Youth Organization and UBC Isilong Hao of DF Kohima, to come over and receive the award from our respected senior SP.
Can I request our DPR and our President of Kohima to jointly hand over?
I first call upon our representative from the Tsiese Basa Youth Organization to come forward, please.
President didn't come today.
No, they didn't come.
I request all the representative from Tsiese Basa Youth Organizations who have come today to come forward to receive the award.
I'll take photos.
One from the press officer request you.
Thank you, Tsiese Basa Youth Organizations. I now call upon Sri Ishulong Hao of DF Kohima to come forward and receive the award. The SP Kohima Good Samaritan Award. Thank you for saving lives with your good deeds. Now we will have the vote of thanks by Sri Kevithuto Sophie, NPS Additional SP Kohima.
Awards and everyone present here. At the outset, I want to thank our senior SP sir, under whose guidance and leadership various achievements and various progress has been made in the unit. He has been a motivating factor for all the new initiatives and the works that are being taken up by the district police. Thank you, sir, so much for your giving away the awards and also opening the cell. I would also want to thank Reverend Pastor Kevithuto, Pastor PUBC. Thank you for availing your time and gracing us with your prayers. Once again, I want to thank the recipients of today's award, Tsiese Basa Youth Organization and UBC Isilong Hao. Your great service and your great contribution to the humanity by exhibiting your selfless service and sacrifice in time of need will give a lot of inspiration and encouragement to the people around and to the society at large. Once again, thank you for your great help and also your great service. We hope and pray that this will inspire many people to come forward to do good works in the days to come. For giving us the good sound system, thank you so much for your service. Our additional speed traffic and DYSP traffic, along with the OCs and other personnel of traffic police,
or themselves chooses to aid in the investigation or be part of the investigation. So this is a very breakthrough section that has been incorporated in the MV Act. We have finished with the program, but then the office of the SP has prepared a
Ono gode dinamatiya se rajya ki maan ya se hame abhi isi level se society karne